Welcome back to another session on the introduction to modern banking system. In last class, we have seen about the meaning, definition, evolution, and types of banking system. And today's class, we are going to continue the various types of banks which was involved in the modern banking system. And this is Dr. R. Rajkumar, Assistant Professor in Commerce Bank Management, St. Joseph's College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Cuddalore. By this, we can continue with types of banks. Last class, we have seen about the unit bank. Now, we are going to see about the branch bank. What do you mean by branch bank? Branch banking system means a system of banking where we working as an organization and work more than one of the branches. More than one or two branches can be located in the various places to enrich or to serve the people through the banking system. Why this banking system is established is to have a group of stakeholders, shareholders and board of directors constituting the head office, where the business operation can be done through carried out with the various branches towards the towns, cities, states, countries all over throughout the world, where some of the branches, some of the banks have a large number of branches in the country. Like State Bank of India is one of the best example. They have a large number of branches in the country. What are the major merits and or advantages of branch bank? Again, as we seen in the unit banks, economics of large scale, because capital is very important. By this, we can have the better country or better economic system of a country, and it also helps the banks to have a better relationship with the customers, and by this it can enrich the overall growth, economic growth of a country in a better way. Spreading of risk by creating a more number of branches among the banks, among a particular bank will create some of the risk, but still we can have a better number of customers, or we can have a large number of customers in a particular branches, which enrich the branch to cope, adapt or to work ethically in a betterment of the country or betterment of the particular bank. The economy in the cash reserves, where they can cash flow can be done in the large scale, where by this we can develop the economic system which enriches the banks and the global government in a betterment way. Deposits and assets, by providing a lot of providing depositing the money into the banks, we can create enough number of assets, putting into the assets into the money on the bank. We can diversify the betterment of the growth, and it enriches the capability of the banks. Decentralization of risk, where we can have a it comes under the State Reserve Bank of India. All the in 1934 the Reserve Bank of India has been established. From that till now in our country, we are having the head of like a board of control will be given to the Reserve Bank of India. Under that, lot number of banks are working under the regulations given by the Reserve Bank of India. By this, the decentralization of the risk can be reduced, where we can understand the easy and economic transfer of money can be done through within the banks or outside the banks very easily. By this, we can create a establishment, or we can create a economic transfer in a very good way. Demerits or disadvantage of a branch banking system. Difficulties in management, supervision, control. When we have a head office, and by this we can have a large number of branches, a management system or a supervision by controlled by a particular people cannot be done, and it cannot be controlled throughout all the branches. So the government gave a regulation that every bank should have a manager, branch manager or supervisor, and their control can be diversified within all the employees of the particular branch bank. Then only it will be easy for the bank to grow, and easily can serve the customers in a betterment way. Lack of initiative, initially they have to put some capital, and it One of the disadvantages, monopolistic tendencies can be also differentiated with the imbalance of the regional purpose. In city means it can be done very easily where the branches can be successful, but when it goes beyond, when it is go for a town or interior village, it will be customers will be low, and it will give some of the disadvantages where the imbalance can be done in the towards one or two branches. Convenience of non-profitable branches. Even if we can create a number of branches in of a particular bank, we couldn't able to connect, or every bank should not have a profit based. Unnecessary competition can be avoided through also. Group banks, group of banks where we can hold companies controlling the subsidiary companies, and by which the company business or a banking business can be developed. Group banks can be offered designed by the group of people or group of individuals joined together, and they can start a business. By offering the initiative, every bank is going to give accept deposits, withdrawal, loans and advances to the customers. By this only they can develop their own bank. By this they can enrich themselves and have a betterment of the individual of the customer to give the better service to the customers, and by this they can develop their business, or they will develop the banking system which enriches them to have a betterment of the successful betterment, and the enrichment of the company can be established in a betterment way. The group companies may be mostly personalized banking relationship for the members, which can they can have a one representative for each group of bank. By this they can get the knowledge from the group, and they can have a group of contact of the people, the customers. By they can develop their banks in a successful way. A plan can be often designed by the group, by the individual. Usually they have a discounts and betterment of the lower fees and account of the individuals, and they can have a regular account holders also. They can develop, they can have a discounts, lower fees, interest rates, and the other benefits can be given to the customers, where they can have a new customer or the regular account holders for a savings on the current account. By this the relationship between the members or the banker and the customer can be developed, and one representative can enrich their knowledge, and their group of people and their group of contact can be done, and that can be established in a betterment way. And the chain bank, where banks can be different banks comes under the common control, where the common stakeholders interlocking the directors, where they can have chain banks. It is a form of bank where a small group of individuals control, and one or two they are kind of individual bank, independent bank. They don't have much branches among some particular places they can own. The school, it was mentioned here, the school, a small group of people owns and control that independent banks. We can create a operation independently without an external affairs of holding a company. They can individually, they can run it. They can each member can have a chain restaurant, chain retains in their independent identity. Last one, correspondent bank. When two or banks of a different status or size are linked by the another bank, the bank is linking them with a correspondent bank. In India, most of the foreign banks certain comes under the act as a correspondent bank. By this we are concluding the various types of banks, where we can see the unit bank, branch bank, group banks, and correspondent banks. These are the various types of banks. Initially in the earlier session we have seen about the meaning of banks, definition of banks, and evolution of banking system, and banking types of banking, and each bank, under each bank. For a unit bank we have seen the merits and demerits of unit bank. Likewise we have seen the branch banking system, in that merits and demerits. Then we have seen the group banks, where we can see the advantages and disadvantages, and correspondence bank, again we saw the merits and demerits. Every bank says that their customer is very mandatory. They have to understand their customer needs, and they have to provide the better service, and by giving the better service the customer can easily satisfy themselves. By this they can take their business or take their bank services to the other people. By this the bank can be grown easily. With this I conclude, and we will see you soon in the next session. Thank you.